welcome you here to our meeting of the West Valley City Council. We call our meeting to order. We note that we have all members of the council present minus one. Councilwoman Karen Lang is excused. With that introduction, we will begin our meeting with an opening ceremony. Return to Councilmember Don Christensen.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm a bit of a history buff, and recently I've been reading an historical novel about the Revolutionary War times, and Wayne, my wife, just texted, there's no picture on the TV going home. On the camera.
There's just no picture, period?
No picture.
Santa's immediately checking.
Thank you.
She did want to see you give your own picture.
Right, she did. But was not an historical novel about Revolutionary War times. And you know, there were some times when we were actually kind of down. And the power of the media, even in those days, was very strong. This, and I'm just going to read the first half paragraph from this article that appeared in the newspaper in Philadelphia in December of 1776. These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of their country. But he that stands it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered. Yet we have this consolation with us, that the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. What we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only that gives everything its value. Heaven knows how to put a proper price upon its goods, and it would be strange indeed if so celestial an article as freedom should not be highly rated. Tom Paine wrote those words in a newspaper article, and according to this novel, George Washington had them read to the soldiers. That reading was on December 23rd of 1776. The city of Trenton, New Jersey, across the Delaware from where they were encamped, was conquered on December 26th. Taken away from the professional soldiers, the German soldiers, the Hessians that were occupying the city. We need to go back many times in our lives and remember that there will be hard times and there will be easy times. As we conquer the hard times, that victory is even sweeter than if we just get it given to us. And with that, I would like everyone to stand and repeat with me the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. We have two scout troops here tonight. And so I think we typically at this point in our agenda welcome you. We invite a young man to come forward. I think the one on the back row are prepared to do that. And so we're looking for what you're here working on, what your troop number is, and so we can kind of get a general section of the city, what schools you attend. So if you would come forward to the microphone. And you'll be getting someone ready, right?
Hello. We're troops 1690, and we're working on the citizenship of community. And We all go to Eisenhower Junior High.
Very good. Thank you for coming here tonight. Welcome. And it looks like, okay, we're ready for you.
First Scout Troop 39, 13, and we're here to learn about building a better world. And we're from Academy Park Elementary School.
Very good, thank you. Good to have you here with us tonight. And so you, boy, filling up 2 whole rows, boy, that's great. That's great. Next, we have our minutes. We have 2 sets of minutes. We have our minutes of our October 21st special strategic plan meeting, and then our last meeting of November 15th for a regular city council meeting. To the council then for a motion.
Mayor, I move for approval of the minutes of October 21st and November 15th.
Second.
Thank you, that's properly before us. Any discussion? Okay, then we'll vote on that. All in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes unanimously. The minutes are approved. Next on our agenda, item 6 is a proclamation. We'll turn to Councilman Bueller for that proclamation.
Thank you, Mayor. A proclamation declaring November 26, 2016 as Small Business Saturday in West Valley City. Whereas West Valley City celebrates our local small businesses and the contributions they make to our local economy and community, according to the United States Small Business Administration, there are currently 28.8 million small businesses in the United States. They represent more than 99.7% of all businesses with employees in the United States, are responsible for 63% of net new jobs created over the past 20 years. And whereas the U.S. Small Business Administration defines a small business as 250 employees or less, and whereas West Valley City has approximately 2,565 total businesses and approximately 1,803, or 70%, are small businesses, and whereas West Valley City's small businesses employ approximately 28,625 employees, which is approximately 46.6% of total employees in the city. And whereas small businesses employ over 49% of all businesses with employees in the United States, and whereas 89% of consumers in the United States agree that small businesses contribute positively to the local community by supplying jobs and generating tax revenue, and whereas 87% of consumers in the United States agree that small businesses are critical to the overall economic health of the United States, and whereas 93% of consumers in the United States agree that it is important for people to support the small businesses that they value in their community, and whereas West Valley City supports our local businesses that create jobs, boost our local economy, and preserve our neighborhoods, and whereas advocacy groups as well as public and private organizations across the country have endorsed the Saturday after Thanksgiving as Small Business Saturday. Now therefore, we, the Mayor and City Council of West Valley City, do hereby proclaim November 26, 2016 as Small Business Saturday in West Valley City, and urge the residents of our community and communities across the county to support small businesses and merchants on Small Business Saturday and throughout the year.
Thank you, and thank you to our staff for adding some West Valley City specific items there, so appreciate that. With that then, we move to our public comment period, and so that you know, we allow people to come to our council meeting. We have rules that govern exactly the steps we have to go through by state law, but public comment is open to anyone of the public who wants to come and speak. But they're allowed just a brief few moments. We can't talk about anything we want. We have to talk solely about what's on our agenda. And but people can come and speak on any issue that they would like. So is there anyone here to speak tonight? Okay, with that, we'll move to the next item. Any comments tonight from our city manager?
No, sir. Good, thank you.
Any from the city council at this point? Okay. Then we go to item 8 on our agenda. These are ordinances. We begin with ordinance 16-52, which is modifying our code in the city regarding the use of public property. We already have rules about parks, but these are rules that we have set up governing other portions of city property that people are not allowed to camp there overnight, and you can't put up any structures or tents or anything on public property or city property. And so this was kind of generally just to update our ordinances. We do have more people now coming into the city, and they seek to establish sometimes a residence on city property, and we just want to make sure that it's clear that that's not legal to do, along with other things. That's kind of just a generalized summary of that. And they're just not set up to do that. Anyway, with that introduction on this ordinance, we'll turn to the council for their comments or to make a motion.
Mayor, I move for approval of ordinance 16-52.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? For the benefit of the scouts, if you think we don't ask many questions on these, we studied all of these in our council meeting last week and asked questions and talked about them. And those are held a little earlier at 4:30. And so we just covered some at 4:30 for our council next week. So we have discussed these. We're not ignoring them. Okay, with that then, in accordance with state law, we turn to our city recorder for a roll call vote.
Councilman Vincent,
Yes.
Councilman Bueller,
Aye.
Councilman Hume,
Aye.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Nordfeld,
Yes.
and Mayor Bigelow.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, next on our agenda, we go to our resolutions. We have 2 tonight. The first one, resolution number 16-179, is to approve an interlocal agreement between our city and Salt Lake County. And there's a piece of property that was planned to be given to the city. It's actually 5183 West Cree Drive is approximately the location. It's not a through street, and the county obtained the property through a tax sale, and of course they don't want to do anything with it, and it's an extension, or could be an extension of a city street, so they're passing that to us, and so we'll take ownership, although we have no plans to do anything with it. With that introduction then, we'll turn to the city council for a motion or discussion.
Mayor, I move for approval of resolution 16-179.
Second.
Properly before us, any further discussion? Seeing none, to our city recorder for the vote.
Councilman Nordfeld,
Yes.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Hume,
Aye.
Councilman Bueller,
Aye.
Councilman Vincent,
Yes.
and Mayor Bigelow.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. Our next resolution is 16-180. This is to purchase a municipal tractor. It's from Trackless Vehicles Limited. This will go to our Public Works Department. It will cost $143,000. It has a 48-inch pickup sweeper, water tank, pump kit, spray bar, a V-plow, and a rear hydraulic salt spreader. This will be used on sidewalks and other smaller areas, which we've had a hard time. Those have been done by hand in the past to remove snow and to sweep, etc. And it will also be able to get into smaller areas when we do our streets as well, especially when they do asphalt patching and they need to clean out the millings from the patch area. And so it just works out a lot better, and this will improve things for the operations of the city. And it does have future attachments that could be added to it, very flexible machine, and we're looking forward to having that. There are areas that need that. So with that introduction then, to the council for a motion or discussion.
Move for approval of Resolution 16-180.
Second?
Properly before us, any further discussion? Councilman Vincent?
Just one item for the scouts that are here today, especially our Cub Scout who said that they came to see how we can build a better community. This piece of equipment is going to help. I wish you could see a picture of it. It's pretty cool. So anyway, just for you scouts, this is really, really nice piece of equipment that our public works will be able to use.
Okay, thank you very much. With that then, to our recorder for the vote.
Councilman Vincent?
Yes.
Councilman Bueller?
Aye.
Councilman Hume?
Aye.
Councilman Christensen?
Yes.
Councilman Nordfeld?
Yes.
And Mayor Bigelow?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you very much. That is all that is on our agenda. That concludes our work for this city council meeting. And with that, any final comments from the council?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay. Motion to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes unanimously. We are adjourned.